have no clue if that really worked. Okay, at least people are gonna get annoyed as hell seeing my shit, but. Guys, so damn loud all the time. It's kind of amazing. Okay, so that for sure. Okay. Yay! I fixed it. Yes. Oh, okay. Nice. Oh, okay. So now lessons have been learned. Lessons have been learned. I that is on me. That stinks. Because I totally had everything set up, but I you yep, yep. You live, you learn, you get loves. We are way later, so you probably missed. We just started at 5:30. That was 5 minutes of intro. So that's 5:35 plus 20 minutes would have been. So we're just about to have ended our first round. So we'll have to skip one, but that does mean that we're on our break. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm learning as I go, so I apologize. I So I'll just use this as a chance to um reiterate what I was saying. Um, so the way that this is going to work is that you pick a project and you work on it for 20 minutes. So it's 20 minutes of work and 5 minutes of um, what's the word I'm thinking of? 5 minutes of okay, privacy is public. No, I had that problem last time. Sorry, I should have done all this, but I was just trying to get it to work. But yeah, so the way that it works is that you pick a project and you work on it, and as you work on it, you basically have a goal in mind, and so after the 20 minutes, we'll take a 5 minute break, and hopefully you'll tell me if you're comfortable explaining what your how your 5 minutes went. I forgot to start the timer, so we're just gonna start at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because this would be well, we might just start sooner, but we'll figure it out. But gosh, yeah, I'm all over the place now. My brain is it's hard to like focus. it's that was such a rougher start than last
When it
time.
came time to take things to the next level, I knew that I had to make a website, and Wix was perfect for that. I'm Josh Harmon. I'm a musician. I'm a content.
But yeah, so the way it works is that you work for 20 minutes. After the 5 minute break, you go get something to drink, or you can um, use the restroom, or basically you just take the time you need to do what you need to get done. And then we start back up again in 20 minutes. So it's good to kind of keep you accountable and get work done. I hope to start doing these probably like every Wednesday, if not every other Wednesday, just because I'm currently working on finishing issue one of my own comic series. Today, however, I will be writing. I will not be working on that comic series because right now it is the art is with an artist of mine. So not of mine, an artist friend that I'm working with. So that will be my focus for today. However, we're just waiting for a couple more minutes to see if people will be able to join us. I had a friend that was on, um, and he's the one that saved my bacon because he let me know that my audio wasn't working. But I think we've got it figured out. So we'll give it a couple more minutes. Um, it's unfortunate. I scheduled everything. I had everything set up and ready to go. There was a bunch of construction, so I got home later than usual, but I prepared today, and it did not go. It did not go in my favor, which is frustrating and not cool. But life, like that's just kind of how life works sometimes, unfortunately. So that it just is what it is. But we will get started real soon. I think I'll have to see if my recorded intro was correct. I didn't edit my last. Are they called VODs on YouTube? I didn't edit my last video. My last Power Hour. Kind of just kept it up. I might edit this one. We'll see. If I keep it up, I'll definitely have to edit it because it was such a rough start. Ugh. Frustration. But it is what it is. Gotta roll with the punches when you're doing the tubes of you, that's for darn sure. Or otherwise you will lose it. Absolutely lose it. So we are going to get started in a minute. I'm going to try to clean up my page because I don't know how many times I went live a couple of times, so I don't know if it puts up each one. Yeah, it does. Not good. And then we will get started. Oh, that's 6 o'clock. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started, and I will see you all in the next 20 minutes. I'll have music playing as well, so hopefully that will help. However, if you don't like music, feel free to use your own.
University makes it possible. Time has come, make a break from a
you all did, I finished up my skeleton outline completely. So now it is time for me to start on my pages for my fantasy story I've been working on. So that is awesome. Yeah, let me know in the comments below what progress you made, if you made any. So just, yeah, comment and give me some feedback. I also, I didn't get to use the whole time. I ended up actually trying to post the new link for my live since things kind of went awry earlier. But yeah, now's a good time to go get a drink. Now's a good time to use the restroom if you need to. The countdown is on the screen, so we have what, about 4 minutes, so plenty of time to do some extras if needed. Outside of working on my fantasy story, I've also been working on cosplay, which has been fun. Cosplay for me has been a great opportunity bring things into the world and dress like a certain character. I know dress like I'm excited this weekend to convention I am personally ready. In true cosplayer fashion, I am fine as but it is but I'm looking forward to nonetheless going to conventions. I always find conventions a lot of fun. Just a bit escape. I rarely do like normal cosplay, literally, try to represent the character exactly. That tends to be like a twist or a different, it's just a different take on the character. So yeah, for this one it'll be fun. It'll be serial killer Connor O'Donnell, and I went with like a more of a, I don't want to call it a, it's not boilerita. What's the term I'm looking for? It's like a steampunk look. So it's got shorts. I have like the like socks. I can't remember what those hats are called. I have like one of those hats that I can't think of it, but it's one of those hats we have with the nice ornaments which you would associate with yellow. I need to figure out. I found a makeup tutorial for clown makeup that's relatively easy. I still need to try it though. So we will see. The convention is this Saturday, and
Your data is more valuable than gold to hackers. They're selling your passwords, bank details, and private messages to the highest bidder.
to see how that goes. Sorry, I'm trying. I wish they would say whether there's gonna be a commercial. I understand why they don't, and maybe if I was looking at the screen, I would know. But it's kind of frustrating when the random commercial pops up. But we are down to our last minute, so hopefully, if you left your spot or went to go grab something, you are wrapping up, because we are about to get back into business. I am super excited to start actually writing my script. I don't know if I ever talked about it in detail, but I tend to do like my writing process, that is. So I tend to do like a very skeleton outline just to kind of get my general thoughts, and then I'll do usually a more detailed outline. This one I think I might skip just because it's a shorter story. I might just skip right on into the script writing part, because my skeleton outline was pretty detailed this time. But with the full script, I start working on dialogue, which would be good. But with that, we are about to start our next writing sprint. So see you in 20 minutes. Bye.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should.
Weirdest commercials. you're ready to keep going. All right. This isn't one. This is like break 3, I think. But how did everybody do? I didn't make as much progress as I want, as always. But I gotta get started, so I'm really excited to kind of see where all of this goes. It's funny. So, again, let me know what your goal was and how far you came along, and if you achieved it, in the comments or in the chat if this is live, and I will read it and hopefully be able to respond in enough time. There's like a 30-second delay, I think, which I have to get used to. But anyway, so we're about at 4 minutes. So again, feel free to go get drinks, use the restroom, stretch, get some foodies, get some snacks. Wish I had gotten some snacks for sure. But so oh gosh, I lost my train of thought of what I was gonna talk about as I burn through this 5-minute break for y'all with y'all. Oh, so the story I'm working on right now is actually a short story. It's a short fantasy story for an anthology, and it's too funny because what I always do when I start writing is I will put out the page numbers and I'll put down the panels and I try to make sure I know at a high level using the outline what sections are going to go on what page, just to kind of have an idea and just make sure that I'm even approaching the page limit correctly. Because it's one thing when you're writing your own story, you can be a bit more cavalier and go over 24 or 26 pages, or you can go shorter when it's your own story because you're producing it, you're paying for it, whatever. But when you get tapped or you start trying to apply for like anthologies or projects, I feel like it's really important to make sure you keep the page count in mind, because you don't want to send, a 12-page story when the submission's asking for 10. So it's interesting. I started working on my first page, my first panel, and then it hit me like, oh, isn't this a 7-page story? Let me just cut off, because initially I had 10 pages. So then I started writing, and then I started trying to plot out everything, and I was like, ooh, I don't know if this story will make it in 7 pages of it. I need to double check and see if the submission's asking for 7 pages or is asking for 10 pages, because in comic world, I think in any world, that's a big chunk of space and a big chunk of story that might have to be shifted or changed to make it 7 pages versus 10 pages. Those extra 3 pages could be 12 new panels worth of data or information or character development or plot development. So I had to check my phone there for a quick second, and fortunately, I am excited to say the submission is asking for 8 to 10 pages. So I think I'll be fine. When I did a quick map of my outline, I have about 9 pages. So that gives me about a page of wiggle room, which is nice. So we will see how things go, but I got a good feeling. The other fun thing that I'm trying to do this time, my story in the Cincinnati Cabinet of Curiosities issue 2, I jumped right into the story, not thinking about the fact that it was part of a anthology. And so the Crosswick Monster, or whatever the title is, isn't actually on the page, and I slightly regret that because it makes it a little bit harder to figure out where the story starts within the anthology. So I'm also trying to plot out a splash page, so that, or is it a splash page or a splash panel? Basically a panel that introduces my story and gives it an official title, which is kind of exciting, but I also didn't think of a title. I never even considered a title for this, so gotta figure out what the title's gonna be, but hoping to put it in the first couple of panels. So oh, thank you, Il. I'll probably respond to you in the chat, because I cannot see for some reason. But our break is over, and it is time for our next round. I think this will be our second to last round, so let's get into it.
skincare can start in the laundry room. All Free Clear is the #1 brand of laundry detergent recommended by dermatologists for sensitive skin. And it's free of dyes and perfumes. For an effective clean that's gentle on skin, wash your laundry with All Free Clear.
Man. So what time is it? 7:11. I made progress, but it never feels like enough. You might have to make this like 5-minute breaks instead and 25-minute work increments. Because I'm always like kind of starting to get into it with 20 minutes, and then it's like, no, the alarm has gone off. But let me know how you did. I started getting into my dialogue and my descriptions. However, I'm doing a bad habit. I have a tendency to what do you call it? Start editing as I go along, and I can't do that. I have to write it out and then go back and edit. So I'm hoping to get page 1 done. Our time was irregular, so I will probably, because I planned on what are you calling it, ending at 7:30, and I technically will have what, if I start back up at 7:15, no, I actually need to, this is gonna have to be the end. I forgot, I have a YouTube video to get to. So, again, I'll be doing this next week, next Wednesday. Hopefully things go more smoothly. Yeah, that's another reason why I probably feel like, oh, I'm ready to keep going, but we ended up having a late start because I had technical difficulties. But comment in the chat how your session went. Hopefully it was productive, and hopefully you'll be able to join me for next week. Let me know if this is helpful for you, or if you find these useful at all. I don't have to do them online. It's just I thought it would be fun to kind of set aside time and share that time with other people to kind of be productive and get some things accomplished. It's some days I can come home and I could sit down and I could write and I have no problems. But other days, oof, everything is a distraction. The noise outside, the dog barking, me being tired. That's the other thing with stopping and speaking to you all. I'm not, what are you calling it? I'm not getting as tired because I'm speaking to someone versus sitting by myself and just typing away. Sometimes if the creative juices are going, then it works really, really well. But if not, yeah, I tend to start drifting off, or get tempted to like turn on the TV, and it doesn't work very well. But this was a productive session despite everything. I am gonna go ahead and end it since it's around 7:15. But yeah, if you watch this, please give me some feedback and let me know not only how you did and how you're feeling about these, but if you find them useful and if you find them enjoyable. And I will hopefully see you next week. I think for the month of March, I'm going to do it regardless. So if you need to jump off and get some other stuff done, I understand you don't have to respond, but I will go back and look at the comments afterwards to kind of see like how if people find this useful, or if they like them or not. And if not, then that's fine too. No feelings will be hurt. But again, thank you all so much for joining me, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Okay. Man.